Okay, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Right. So far Pandey sir has taught you. Okay. And I think 16th chapter I have taught you through YouTube. Right. Now I am going to start the 17th chapter, Forests, our lifeline. Forest, we all know that it is a large area, large wild area where large number of plants, trees, etc. are present that provides a living area for many wild animals and birds. And these forests are helping us to survive directly and indirectly also. That's why forests are called our lifeline. Students, are you able to listen me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. See, Aryan Malik, stop presenting yourself. Aryan Malik.
Sir, I have not presented, sir. My video is on.
Okay. Right. These are all most of the chapters and the contents of lower classes. They look so general type of things. Means you feel like I know it already. We already have learnt about it. We already have heard about it. But when it is asked in the exam, some things that are asked in the exam, you feel like I didn't learn. Somewhere I have missed it out. Otherwise, somewhere my teacher has not taught me. All these type of things, you will just start thinking about it. So, while the teacher is explaining, try to concentrate, try to focus on listening carefully. Okay, see, let us take the title of this chapter, Forests, our lifeline. Can anyone tell what is forest? What is forest?
Sir, forest is a place with trees, animals, and natural vegetation, sir.
Okay. At your home also, trees, vegetation, animals will be there, na?
Yes, sir.
Then why your backyard is not called forest? Why a specific place is called forest?
Sir, as it has wild animals.
Forest is natural grown, sir.
Huh? Natural. Okay. Right.
Forest is full of trees and animals, sir.
Uh-huh.
Sir, it is a very large area full of trees. It is very large area full of large wild vegetation and variety species and many other.
Good. You have got.
Sir, it is so naturally, sir. It's not
Okay, it's not
human
artificial.
influence.
Okay. Forest is a large wild area. Wild area. Wild area means not being taken care of by human intervention. Right? Forest is a large wild area that has got large number of wild type of plants, trees, animals and birds in it. Okay? Right? And from which we are getting so many products for our survival also. Right? From which we get so many things for our better survival. Forests provide us so many things for our better survival. That's why forests are considered to be our lifeline. Okay. Have you heard of a word deforestation? Deforestation.
Yes, sir.
Sir, deforestation is the process of making
Cutting
a
of
less
trees
of
are
forest.
called deforestation. Cutting of trees.
Deforestation. Cutting and removing of trees in the intention of
Sir, we have to write.
no, you just listen. I will provide this notes. Okay. Right. So deforestation is cutting and removing of trees from forest area with an intention of obtaining an open land for human needs. So, like for example, nearby our town there is a forest, and one businessman has come up to your place and thought of constructing some factory, and they just tell the village people that many of your village persons will get jobs if I construct a factory like that. And many of the unemployed persons, they think that yes, we will get jobs, so they will accept for that one. But many of the visionary persons and elderly persons, they object. Generally, they openly object for this proposal. Why? Why should we object for deforestation? Can anyone tell?
There's lots of population.
Okay, right? Let us go with our textbook given content only. Okay, because it is very, very apt. Why should we object for removal of trees, or why should we object for deforestation? Okay.
Sir,
Because, listen,
listen.
listen. We should object for deforestation because forests serve us as green lungs and water purifying systems in nature. Listen once again. We should object for deforestation or removal of trees from the forests because forests serve us as green lungs and water purifying systems in nature. Right? Oh, forests serve as green lungs. What does it mean by green lungs? What are lungs? Is anyone having idea
Sir,
about
organ we
lungs?
used to breathe.
Huh?
Organ we used to breathe, sir.
Plus air and oxygen to breathe.
Okay, lungs help us providing oxygen to breathe. Okay, right. Okay, good.
Sir, to maintain the proper balance in nature.
Right. First listen. What is the difference between lungs and green lungs? Lungs are one of the important body parts that provide us oxygen. So remaining all body parts in our body, they get oxygen from lungs. Right? In the same way, in the nature, we get oxygen from plants. Plants are generally green in color. They appear green in color. That's why as we get oxygen from these green colored plants, the plants are called green lungs, or the forests that have the plants are called green lungs because they provide us oxygen. Okay. So as forests are providing us oxygen, they are called green lungs. But why are they called water purifying systems in the nature? Why are forests called water purifying systems in nature? Water will get spoiled if the soil joins in it. For example, there are many rivers that provide us water, fresh water. If in this water the soil goes and mixes, then what will happen? It will get spoiled. So this has to be prevented. Means mixing of soil into fresh water has to be prevented. If forests are allowed to be conserved, means if they are not destructed, if the forests are not destructed, the trees in the forests, they stop floods. They stop floods and they will not allow the soil to get eroded. If trees are not there, during the rainy season, whatever the water that falls on the ground, it may cause soil corrosion. What is soil corrosion? Removal of the top layer of the soil is known as soil corrosion. If trees are there, this soil corrosion is prevented so that soil will not be getting mixed with the river water. If trees are not there, soil corrosion takes place and soil will join and spoil the river water. Thus, the trees or the forests help in the prevention of what? Soil mixing into river, so that they are helping like water purifying systems in the nature. So here you have learned totally certain 4-5 things. What is forests? Why are they called our lifeline? What is forest? A large wild area that has many wild trees, plants and wild animals and birds in it. Why the forests are called lifeline, our lifeline? Because forests provide us many useful things for our better survival. Among them, the most important thing is oxygen. So, forests are considered to be our lifeline. What is deforestation? Removal of the trees from the forest area in order to obtain open land for our needs is known as deforestation. Why should we object for deforestation? Because if forests are preserved, if deforestation is not taking place, forests, they serve us as green lungs and water purifying systems. Okay? Have you learned these 4 points clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody is having any doubts
Yes,
regarding
sir.
this? Okay. So all these points, they look so general, but when you are asked to answer it, what is forest? You got confused to tell. You just gave the answer like your backyard, your small park type of definition. But actual definition of forest is something different. That little different thing only you need to learn here. Okay. It's not like any big thing or big concept. Then why are they called our lifeline? That's also a vague answer is there with you. You need to just refine your answer. That's it. Here, I am here just to help you to refine your knowledge, not anymore. Okay, right? And what is deforestation? This is a little new thing, maybe for some of you. Some of you might be already knowing it, right? Removal of the trees from the forest area in order to obtain open land. That is deforestation. And why should we object for deforestation? Because forests serve as green lungs and water purifying systems in the nature. And how can you say that forests serve as green lungs? Because from the trees of the forests we get oxygen, so forests serve as green lungs. How can you say that forests help in water purifying process? Because if trees are present in the forest, they prevent the soil corrosion, especially during the rainy season, so that the top layer of the soil will not be corroded and it will not be getting mixed with the water, so that water remain fresh. Okay, in this way forests help us as water purifying systems in the nature, right? Okay, so today is the first class. There is some, okay, wait a minute.